Are you ready? Are you ready? Let's go!
Do you have absolute certainty on how you go from hello to yes on what you're looking for?
Sean is a master. He teaches. It's not just about sharing the formula with you. It's about making sure that we learn.
I went from $100,000 in debt from law school to having no money and starting my own law firm on my credit card to selling it 4 years later.
Sean and I, we co-created massive victories in 2 unwinnable jury trials, which are recognized nationally now as top 100 jury verdicts.
To be even on the same track with you, who I respect and admire and love with all my heart.
Never again submit. You're not better and you're not less than any human on earth.
When you shared with us about the Unblinded process and the mastery sales training, I just went, wow.
Sean will gain proximity to the most influential and powerful people. He will find out how he can grow their business, how he can help them personally. But the third thing that he does is the most important. Sean serves without an expectation of getting anything in return.
You have very, very high-performing colleagues.
22 years ago, you transformed my life as you did all these people's lives over the course of time. And I couldn't be more grateful. Let's hear from Tony Robbins.
I don't see him as a lawyer, and I don't see him as a blind person. Someone who has subjugated his ego, who has taught me what serving really looks like.
You have this incredible ability to just have unconditional love for everyone, and that is just an incredible gift.
The moment you have been waiting for.
The American Blind Association is the first new face and voice of that association since Helen Keller.
Formula for formulas, which is exactly what I've learned from Sean. It's a language-based predictable model. We will have over 300 new sales meetings this month.
This superpower in the world that is attainable for you is the ability to influence people. If you believe that, say yes. If you believe that, say yes.
Do you think that worked?
For being here as we are approaching rocking South Beach, Miami, coming up on November 19, 2021. Florida, here we come, and super grateful as we're sitting in the great state of Texas. We're all over the place, Bella.
We are all over the place.
So Gina, who are these extraordinary people that we are privileged and honored to be rolling with here today?
Well, first from Miami, Mr. Frank Vargas, founder and CEO of Vargas Law in Brickell. He has built an incredible practice, continually making a difference for the families in and around the Miami area. We are so glad you are with us today. Please join me in welcoming Frank Vargas to The Real Raw.
Thank you. Thank you.
Frank's business. He's like suit and tie today. You mean he's not messing around.
All right, suited up, Frank, all the things. Welcome, Frank.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you. And what's your fun fact, Frank?
Fun fact?
Yeah, something we might not expect about you, might not know. So actually, let's just start for fun. Bella, what's your fun fact?
Well, I think my fun fact is still that I found out yesterday I have some adrenal fatigue. So all of my crankiness and angry and defensiveness is not my fault.
And whose fault is it?
It's your fault.
That's perfect.
So we're going to get teachers made, not my fault and your fault.
Yeah, so see, Frank, Bella's fun fact is her adrenal fatigue gives her an excuse to be cranky and yell at people. So it could be like that. Or it could be, hey, I'm a blind guy and I've taught blind people to surf and win at carnival games. Like that could be a fun fact too. Anything that we might be, oh, that's interesting. So what do you got, Frank?
Okay, well, fun fact is, I guess, I serve as a guardian ad litem for children every once in a while.
Beautiful. Let's hear for Frank. That is a gorgeous thing. So, do you, Frank, out of curiosity, it's not the Miami area, you probably don't, but a dear friend of mine named Bob Perry was very involved, and he's in the Port St. Lucie area. But he was very involved in the guardian ad litem program over there. So, very present to it in the different parts of Florida. And thank you for that beautiful work, fighting for the rights of kids and protecting them.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a fun fact, but I guess it's a fact.
It is a beautiful fun fact.
Beautiful.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
So thank you for that. And thank you, Frank, for being here today.
Sure.
All right, you ready to have some fun?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, let's go. G Money, who we got?
All right, one of our participants is lost in the multiverse, but he's coming. So we're going to go over to the judges, we have Andrew Zevalos, a proud father of a beautiful girl, a successful real estate agent at Sotheby's, but he left real estate to open a physical therapy clinic, Sean and Bella, with none other than Mr. Andy Zapata. Please join me in welcoming Andrew Zevalos to the Real Raw.
Andrew.
How are you guys? Thank you.
So Andrew, how are you?
I'm good. How are you guys?
We're doing great. And I have a very interesting fun fact, but please, you go first. It's related to your bio, but what is your fun fact, my friend?
Fun fact, I'm Jeopardy champion.
Nice.
Oh,
Very fun. So
undisputed Jeopardy champion.
Beautiful, like home Jeopardy or go on the show.
Yeah,
like,
home Jeopardy. No, home Jeopardy. Home Jeopardy.
Home Jeopardy. So we're gonna ask Andrew some Jeopardy questions. How's that
Okay,
sound?
this is going to be fun.
Uh-oh.
You'll know all the answers. I won't know the answers.
Yes. So let's go with the category is lawsuits. Does that sound fun?
That sounds fun. Yes.
Okay. So this enterprise is an enterprise that Andrew worked with at some point in time. And also Callaghy Law and Sean Callaghy are currently suing in a major lawsuit positioned in California right now. So Andrew, answer is?
Sorry, I didn't understand what you were saying.
I'm just having fun. We are literally.
I'm definitely not in a lawsuit. I was
No. We are in the.
Scared him.
I'm getting sued by Callaghy.
No, we are in the final day of trial in California right now in a virtual arbitration, a huge multi-million-dollar case involving the one and only Sotheby's.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a complex insurance coverage case that we're representing an agent that was the top agent for Sotheby's at one point. Yeah, so just having a little bit of fun with the Jeopardy paradigm.
Yeah, I was like, oh boy.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. So welcome, brother, and you have now a PT Now franchise.
Correct, in Miami Beach. Mm-hmm.
Beautiful.
Opened about 4 months ago.
Well, congratulations on that. We love Andy, and Andy's in our Unblinded Elite program. You may or may not know, but did you go to Andy's Halloween party?
Absolutely, I was there.
Very, very cool. So we had the privilege of being there as well. So Andrew, it's beautiful connecting, and welcome to the party.
Thank you, I appreciate it. Glad
Thank
to
you.
be here.
G Money.
Next judge, joining us from Malibu, California. She is currently an MBA student at Pepperdine and the first generation Salvadorian American in her family to pursue higher education. Came to us through Mr. Fernando Valencia. We are so pleased you're with us today. Everyone join me in welcoming Christina Ireta to the Real World.
And this is a pretty cool guy.
Yes, co-founder, partner of ours. So, by the way, Christina, welcome to the party and welcome the Pepperdine Wave. Am I correct that you got the wave?
Yes, the Pepperdine Waves. And I love actually being on campus because you get to see the waves from like our library. You see the beautiful ocean. It's amazing.
Wow.
Extraordinary. Known Pepperdine, known Bella, as this is a Jeopardy fun fact for Andrew, by many as the #1 most beautiful college campus in America.
Wow.
And I think, Christina, you would agree.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely beautiful. If you guys could ever just go down there, like on PCH, if you're ever on PCH, you'll see it. It's right there.
Absolutely awesome. And so what is your fun fact besides the fact that you are on the most beautiful college campus in America, Christina?
Yeah, so I guess my fun fact is I have an 80-pound Akita. And when she stands up, we're the same height. So
that is super fun.
That is fun.
That is amazing. So I am just full of fun facts today, Bella.
You are full of fun facts.
So Christina, may I share a fun fact with you?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So when I coached my son in 5th grade baseball, the name of our team, drumroll Bella, was the Pepperdine Wave. So the baseball league in Emerson here in New Jersey took on the names of like college teams. I think there was 8 like recreation teams that were there. and the Pepperdine wave was one of them, and we happened to be the wave. And we had a super fun season, and we'd be like 1, 2, 3 wave at the end of practice every day.
That's fun.
So it is a
1, 2, 3 wave.
yes, amazing.
You didn't do the wave.
Well, not that kind of wave,
Yeah.
like big crashing waves at Pepperdine, but that wave too. Yes. So Christina, thank you for representing the left coast and Pepperdine, and for being here with us today.
Thanks for having me. I think my internet's a little frozen.
No worries. Thank you, Christina. G Money.
All right, next from Miami, we have Ms. Alejandra Schumann. She's an expert baker who is also senior creative and marketer at VS Brooks, a global marketing firm making a difference in how companies share their brilliance. Please join me in welcoming Alejandra to The Real Raw.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, Alejandra. What do you love to bake?
Oh, just about anything. I do bake a lot of Latin or Hispanic inspired desserts in this region that I'm in, and I also like to cook as well. So, just kind of having fun in the kitchen, and it's kind of like a combo between chemistry, baking. So there's math and science and kind of everything involved. So just keeping curious in the kitchen is fun.
I love this. And so if you're going to be like, hey, listen, I'm going to make the most extraordinary dessert, and this is what I'm going to bake, what would it be? Like, what would your go-to signature item be?
Something go-to, I do make, I make a lot of things. I'll tell you, a French chocolate mousse, just classic. You kind of, hard to top, just a classic, good chocolate mousse with good chocolate. But one of the things that's, popular here is a coquito tres leches. So it's tres leches, but the twist on that is to include some coquito is kind of a Puerto Rican origin rum, drink now in the holidays. Yes. And put some shredded toasted coconut on top. So
yes,
it's a nice holiday treat.
Yeah, that is beautiful and present to it all. And can I share an extraordinary fun fact?
For the third fun fact for today?
Yes.
Let's keep it rolling. But I have a question for you, share a fun fact. If you were going to bake something, what would be your baking item of choice?
Duncan Hines chocolate cake. That automatic. Thank you very much.
Because you can mix some things.
I have made Duncan Hines chocolate cake.
I'm impressed.
Yes. So, Alejandra, would you be surprised if I told you that a bottle of coquito rum cost me more than $1 million?
Ah.
There must be a story behind.
Would that be surprising to you?
Yes, and I'd want to know the story behind that. Yeah.
Yes.
What that bottle of rum?
Yes.
Or the meaning or whatnot.
My ex-wife gave me a coquito bottle of rum before we were seeing one another as a Christmas gift, and I later got divorced, and it cost me more than $1 million. So that would be my fun fact about coquito rum. So that is my $1 million bottle of coquito. How does that sound, Alejandra?
That's I hope it was a good time when you first had the bottle.
No, it was actually not at all.
I'm like, you don't even drink. Why did somebody give you a bottle?
It was a little bit worth $1 million somewhere along the way.
It was a Christmas gift given to me in the office, and like, hey, goodbye and thank you, and I never even drank it. So it was actually $1 million. I never drank a sip. So so that was fun. But Alejandra, thank you so much for being here and for all of your amazing baking prowess and entrepreneurship.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
Thank you. G Money.
All right. Well, first I wanted to see if Alejandra and Andrew can come on video. We'd love to see your faces. But next, I'm going to introduce Mr. Eduardo Vega, also from Miami, Florida. Native of New Jersey, Sean. He's been building his law practice in Miami in immigration law. And he works with all kinds of individuals navigating the challenging dynamics of citizenship. Please join me in welcoming Ed Vega to The Real Raw.
Ed, welcome. Do you prefer Ed or Eduardo?
Ed's fine. I mean, I grew up in Jersey, so no one can pronounce my name. So Ed is fine.
Well, how about, but I love calling people the name that they like. So is Eduardo, is that appropriate, or what's your preference?
That's actually fine. But Ed's better, just to keep it simple.
Ed's better. Yeah. Okay, Ed. Awesome. And Ed, what's your fun fact?
Fun fact. Well, I'm an avid gamer. I've been playing video games since I was 5 years old. And so, other than that, I'm a big sports buff too. Things you won't really expect from lawyers that you expect us to be in the books the whole time. But if you can't get any rest from the books, what's the point, you know?
Well, very true. And so what's your favorite game?
Favorite game? Wow. Well, I've been playing FIFA since FIFA 98. I'm part Argentinian, so soccer is a huge passion of mine.
Really cool. So I love the sports gaming. I mean, I'm a sports guy by background. And so a lot of times you talk to folks about gaming, it's, you know, other dynamics, but that's really cool that the sports dynamic is present for you. And what part of Jersey are you from?
I'm from Hoboken, Hudson County.
I'm gonna be in Hoboken tomorrow.
Yes, Bellevue. The Hoboken.
If you're gonna go to Hoboken, you gotta go to Vito's Deli. Best mutts in town.
My sister lives right around the corner, and we go there every single time I'm there.
Oh my God, my best friend's dad's the owner.
That is super fun.
Super cool, Ed. And how about Ed? Did you grow up in Hoboken or no?
Yeah, my whole life, 17 years. I moved down for college, and you know, I come back sometimes, but that was my entire childhood.
Cool. So you were Hoboken Red Wing in high school?
Oh no, I went to Hudson Catholic in Jersey City.
Ah, beautiful. I'm going to give one more fun fact. I had the privilege of being the Hudson Catholic Man of the Year 3 years ago.
Really?
Yes. So, you know, did some charitable things and dynamics. And but my other fun fact is that I was unable to appear to receive the award. So a New York Giant football player, David Deal, received it on my behalf.
That is fun.
Thanks. I was somewhere speaking. So Hudson Catholic in the building. And I went to a beautiful baseball tryout camp in when I was in high school at Old Dominion with John Biancamana, who was a tremendous baseball player at Hudson Catholic in the late 1980s, and he went to Seton Hall on a full scholarship. So welcome to Hudson Catholic alum. And I don't remember, what's your nickname for Hudson Catholic, Ed? Like, what was the team?
It was, oh man, I think we were the Hawks. Yeah.
Hawks. Well, welcome
welcome
Hudson Catholic Hawks. So Ed, and thank you for being here. Congratulations on your practice and all the things you're doing. And it's an honor to spend time with you.
No, thank you for having me.
Thank you. G Money.
All right, our participant is here. So our 2 participants are here. Our 4 judges, Mr. Ron Sadaka is here with us today. He's a prominent facilitator in South Florida real estate and finance markets for over 30 years. 30 years, he closed over not 1 million, Sean, but 1 billion. 1 billion in property sales, acquisitions, and merchant banking. Yes.
I was thinking of Dr. Evil.
Yes. So please join me in welcoming Ron Sadaka to the Real Raw.
Ron, so you're definitely not Dr. Evil, but you're putting Dr. Evil kind of numbers on the board. Congratulations.
You're on mute, my friends.
You're muted.
Maybe Dr. Evil and maybe Austin Powers.
Okay, I just figured it out.
Yes, Ron. Thank you.
I think I have.
There he is.
I probably have the distinction, the dubious distinction of being the oldest guy here, therefore the most technology disabled person challenged. Anyway, I'm listening to these food story fun facts because I partially grew up in the food business.
Nice.
And my family owns an Italian restaurant in New York City. I think they're going on 80 years now.
Wow.
And my dad retired from the computer industry in 1970 and decided he always wanted, since he was a little kid in Brooklyn, to bake pita bread. Ooh. So he decided to go into pita bread business, and I was 12 or 13 and learned how to bake pita bread and pretty much mastered all the Mediterranean menu at the time. So is that fun enough?
Yes, of course. It's very fun. And since I've been like ripe with fun facts all day today, I'll share this. So Bella, while she looks amazing for her age, is actually 83.
You're not that funny. I think you need to go get recharged because that wasn't really that funny.
Right.
So
that wasn't that funny, was it, Gina? I think he needs to go sit on the
I'm not laughing.
Gina is laughing, by the way. So
I'm trying not to laugh.
So actually, Bella, I think is like 27.
I mean, you look good for like 120.
Well, thank you. Well, thank you, Bella. So I'll introduce Bella Verita, my co-host, amazing from the Real Raw. Starting selling crafts on her front lawn as an 8-year-old, progressed to being a 7-figure earner in the space of network marketing. took her heart-centered, authentic leadership with a little bit of sass and energy to this space of not being the number 5, 4, 3, or 2, but the number 1 business broker in the state of Nevada. First woman, youngest person ever to do it, 24 years old, number 1 business broker in the state of Nevada. Now the co-host of The Real Raw, speaking on stages, virtually, in person, all of the things, including at a red carpet event for the American Foundation for the Blind recently, where Bella was on the microphone as people roll down the red carpet, celebrity athletes were present, all the things. The one, the only co-host of The Real Raw, heart-centered, amazing woman, and she is not 80, I think she's 27, the one and the only Bella Verita. Let's hear it for Bella. Who's your sound effects?
I don't know what happened to my sound. Miles, are you sleeping?
Miles is sleeping.
He
and
must have taken a nap.
He's cheaping out on you, Bella.
Yes.
And all the things.
And I paid him this very nice compliment yesterday, and this is what I get. He forgets about me today. This is how this works. I should not do this anymore.
It is. So Bella, what is your fun fact?
You should get to share another one.
Yes.
I think my fun fact, I'm gonna go with the Halloween fun fact.
Yes.
Since it is Miles is saying Zoom sabotaged him. I think my funnest pumpkin that I have ever carved was a Chanel pumpkin.
A Chanel pumpkin.
A Chanel pumpkin. That was my fun. That was my funnest pumpkin that I've ever carved. And I thought it would go with my, like pumpkin earrings that I have on today because it's like Halloween Fun Friday.
I love this.
Yes.
So Chanel pumpkins are in the building. It is Halloween Fun Friday. Hoping everybody is not going to have a mischief night tomorrow night. Gina Ricci, behave yourself as you disappear into the multiverse. Gina, we love you and have an extraordinary day.
You don't want to share another fun fact there, Sean?
Yeah, I'll share my 9th fun fact of the day.
What's got to be a Halloween fun fact though? Wait.
Yes, that Halloween is my 2nd favorite holiday after Christmas, and that I have been in the last 5 years Willy Wonka, Peter Pan, Aquaman, Batman, and Iron Man. In the last 5 years.
That is fun.
Yes. And at Andy Zapata's party, I was none of those things. And we carried a mask that I never wore.
Right,
so that's my last fun fact. So Gina, we love you. Have a beautiful day from the multiverse.
Thank you. Bye, everyone. Ciao for now. Have fun.
Bella?
Let's get down to business, Sean Callaghan.
Who's going?
What I think we're gonna tell them what they are gonna do?
No.
We're just gonna throw them under. Well, I think if we're throwing people under, then we should just throw Ron right under the bus.
All right. So Ron, what we do here in full fun energy, but heart-centeredness is we do explore the superpower of integrous influence, because whether we're fundraising for charity, we're building a business, we're managing people, we're marketing, selling, recruiting, whatever we're doing, hello to yes is essential. Like nothing happens without yes. So on this show, The Real Raw, we're talking about how do we do it integrously, not pitching, hooking, closing, taking, manipulating across the table, but what does integrous influence and its superpower look like on the same side of the table? We try to reveal truth for people. So you amazing participants, and thank you so much for doing it, are going to go from hello to yes with Bella. And Bella will be herself, or she could be an ideal client. She could be any avatar that you'd like her to be. So who would you like Bella to be, Ron?
Well, I certainly most appreciate Bella being Bella. Now, if I were to choose anybody I'd like to sit down and have lunch with, it might be Elon Musk.
Beautiful. Okay. Well, how about Bella's
or Richard Branson?
Well,
or both.
Take your pick. How about Bella will be either. Bella and I had the privilege of being on Necker Island during the pandemic at one point, and we're going to see Richard, and a COVID outbreak happened. So we met virtually on the island when he was there. So Bella could be Richard Branson. She could be Elon Musk. Take your pick, Ron.
Let's go with Richard Branson.
Beautiful. All right. So Bella is Richard. Richard, take us in.
Hello, this is Richard.
Far out. So, you know what is most intriguing to me about Richard Branson is no matter how busy he is, and I think he's running, how many companies you're running now? 750 last count?
Yeah, I'm running about 750 companies these days.
Yeah. And
partnerships,
yeah. You always appear to be having way more fun than I am.
That is very true. That is a core value for sure.
And I want to know how we keep the fun in. You know, we get to the end of the month and we're struggling to make sure our bills are paid and our employees are paid and our deals are closing. And you're out there having fun and making stuff happen.
Yeah. You know what, Ron? I would say it is this. It is all about the energy and the vibration that we vibrate out, the frequency of which we vibrate. So when worry and stress settles in, our vibration lowers, so it's harder to attract things. So I think, just knowing and trusting that we're always provided for. So, there's a belief in the universe and God, whatever it is that you want to call it. But just knowing that, it'll always be provided for. And, this all sounds airy fairy, but it also comes down to, hard work and having a great team. I think the reason that I've been able to, be a part of so many companies is because of the great teams that we provide and allowing the employees to have fun as well. Because there's a tremendous amount of studies out there that, you produce more and make more when you're having fun because your frequency is higher.
I'm educated in quantum thinking and quantum mechanics and influencing shifts in frequency.
Yep.
And I wonder if there is such a thing as a secret sauce that you can access that. And what I notice is I'm an old guy, I know a lot of stuff, but I don't often have access to it in a way that shifts anything in my life. Or that allows me to transform or even in the moment notice that I could really use an elevation in my frequency. So I think I'm good enough to know that I should get around certain people that just have that particular talent.
Yeah, I only have a couple more minutes, Ron, but I would definitely say proximity is power for sure. And also self-mastery. Being able to get yourself there is really and truly all about self-mastery for sure. And is there anything I can do for you in this final couple seconds we
have? In a couple of seconds, I don't know what I can think of unless you've got a use for a humble real estate broker in Florida in the very near future.
Well, you never do know, Ron, and we can definitely see where this goes.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Hi. This is a call for you, Richard.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Excellent job, Ron. I'm sorry. Richard has a call.
Yes. Yes.
Hi, Richard. So Bella Verita and Sean Callaghy are still stuck on the island, and they're saying they're not going to leave. So can you please talk to them?
I'll see what I can do.
All right. Thank you, Richard.
We'll send food.
Excellent. So Ron, great job. Bella and I were literally quarantined.
Yeah.
Imagine this, room quarantined on Necker Island. So if you're gonna get stuck in a quarantine, I think you want to get stuck on Necker Island. Would you agree with that, Ron?
Where is Necker Island?
It's Richard Branson's island that he owns in the British Virgin Islands.
British Virgin Island, beautiful.
Yeah, so it was incredible. So, and yeah, I mean, I got stuck rooming with you, but I guess there's worse things could happen to me.
There are worse things that can happen.
Well, Richard, one thing I'm committed to here in South Florida is the cleanup, the preservation, and the restoration of Biscayne Bay.
Ooh, that'd definitely be of interest.
Yes.
Yes.
Excellent job, Ron.
Thank you, Ron.
Who's going now?
I think Mr. Frank Vargas is ready to rock it.
All right. So Frank, who would you like Bella to be?
So Bella can be a fellow family lawyer in the community, and I'm inviting her to a breakfast that I'm hosting next week, which is basically a viewing party where judges, family judges, are gonna present their trends and what they like and dislike, and I just inviting fellow lawyers to come and watch.
All right, beautiful. Attorney Bella, let's go.
All right. Hello, this is Bella.
Hi, Bella. This is Frank Vargas, a fellow family lawyer. How are you doing?
I am wonderful, Frank. Thank you so much for calling.
Good.
What can I do for you today?
Bella, you practice family law, correct?
That is correct. Yes, sir.
Do you want to learn how family judges think on a daily basis?
I would love to learn how family judges think on a daily basis.
Do you want to socialize with other fellow family lawyers like me and you?
I am definitely interested in and connecting with some other family lawyers.
Do you like free breakfast?
I love free breakfast, Frank. You're speaking my language.
Okay, well, if you like all those three things, I'm gonna be hosting a viewing party next week in my office, so we can watch the family judges make a presentation as to their likes and dislikes in Miami-Dade Family Court. So if you are interested in that, and it sounds like you may be, then I'll be more than happy to invite you, and you can come along and check it out. You can socialize and talk to other family lawyers who are also interested.
This sounds amazing, Frank. And what's in it for you? Why are you bringing all these family attorneys together?
Well, I'm also interested in knowing what the judges' likes and dislikes are. And, you know, sometimes it's better to do it with a group of people. Otherwise, it's just me eating all the food. You know, it's not normally the right thing to do.
Got it. Got it. Well, I'm definitely.
Also, it gets me to meet people like you. I heard that you were stuck in an island at some point with some another person.
I was stuck on an island with this crazy dude named Sean Callaghy. Oh my God, you have no idea. But
yeah,
let's just
maybe you can tell us all about those stories.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
It'd be nice to hear about that.
Definitely, definitely. Well, thank you, Frank, and I look forward to seeing you for breakfast.
Great, me too.
Oh shoot, that crazy guy's back.
What?
Hi, Sean, you're back. Welcome.
What's happening?
No, nothing's happening. I'm gonna go to a beautiful breakfast.
All right, Frank, excellent job. I heard everything, of course, Bella. So thank you, Frank, and thank you, Ron. Beautiful job. Courage and vulnerability as participants jumping into the hot seat. Great job. How about this? Let's go back and forth with our judges and alternate between Frank and Ron and feedback. Would you like to drive on that?
Let's definitely do that. Okay. So let's start with Alejandra.
Yeah.
Your feedback for Ron.
Yeah, and Alejandra, it's 30 seconds of feedback for Ron.
Okay.
15 seconds on what worked, 15 seconds on what could be optimized, and then a score on a scale of 1 to 10, a 10 being like, oh my God, I cannot let you out of my sight, a 5 being like, meh, and a 1 being, I'm out the door, get the hell out of here. Yeah. So yes, please.
So Alejandra, so your feedback for Ron.
So I think that the intro was good. I think that you definitely picked someone really interesting to speak with, and that made a lot of sense for what you wanted to speak about and present. I think that the communication and the presentation itself, it's one of those things. I think funny enough, it made sense, because I think with somebody like Branson, you might be a little somewhat how can I say, starstruck of the fact that you know what I mean.
And your score for Ron is?
So I would say, so what was the higher end? Forgive me.
10, 1 to 10.
From 1 to 10, I would say definitely between a 7 and an 8. I think you did really well. Honestly, I think it felt very natural, which I think is great. And a lot of persons in a certain way don't get that kind of approach. So I
beautiful.
think that's
Alejandra, great feedback. Ron, great job. And
thank you.
Next? So let's go with Christina, your feedback for Frank.
All right, for Frank. So at first, I wasn't sure where you were going with it, with the first 3 questions. I would have liked to see a little bit more personal engagement, but then I saw what you did. You asked 3 questions, got her excited, and then hit her with the punchline. I think that because you were inviting someone over to your home, it could have been a little bit more personable. But I did like how you kind of had a structure to your approach. So with that, I will give you between a 7 as well, 7.5.
Nice. Excellent job, Christina. Great job, Frank. And
your and did you give a score?
7.5.
7.5. Okay. We've lost Ed in the multiverse. So let's go with Andrew. Your feedback for Ron. Andrew, your feedback for Ron? Okay.
Hello?
There you go.
Yeah.
So I thought he did. Hold on, because there's. Can you hear me now?
You're good.
So I thought he did well. I just think maybe he could have matched your energy a little more. Like I think he was, but I think that's more like a personality thing because I do the same thing. Like it's hard for me to match somebody's. I'm not like so peppy like that. But I think he did pretty well. The only thing at the end, I think he probably could have closed it a little better and maybe asked for another meeting, like a follow-up meeting, and that way, instead of just ending the conversation the way he did.
Yeah. And your score for Ron is?
About the same, 7 or 8, 7.5.
Beautiful.
Nice. All right. So let's get some additional feedback let's flip a fun coin. So let's see who goes. So I have a 1, 2, or 3 under that. So Christina, pick a number from 1 to 3, please.
3.
It is 3. So Christina, would you like to give some additional feedback now to Frank?
But she actually already did. Didn't you give
Oh,
the
I'm sorry,
feedback
she
to
did.
Frank?
So Alejandra. Then we'll go Alejandra.
Okay.
Sorry about that. You wanted me to provide additional feedback?
Alejandra, yes.
Yeah, that is Alejandra
yes,
to Frank.
For Frank, yeah.
Oh, to Frank. Okay, yes. So I think that you were pleasant and direct in what your goal was. I think that your verbiage was enticing and bringing in these positive points to connect with right off the bat. So I think that that's a good approach.
Beautiful. And your score for Frank?
I would say a 7.5.
Nice. Well, thank you, Alejandra. Thank you, Andrew. Thank you, Christina. Ron and Frank, great job. Now, I think Christina won this pick from guessing the number, but I have a feeling that even though I was in a life or death situation 2 weeks ago, and even though I'm still recovering, I have a feeling you're gonna want to put my butt on the hot seat.
Yes, I always like putting your butt in the hot seat because these participants, they come here, they do their best at going from hello to yes, but you have some magic up your sleeve, and I see the magic. I see the magic. So what we get to do now is we get to put Sean on the hot seat. So somebody is going to get really lucky here and get to set up a scenario where Sean gets to go from hello to yes with someone here on any scenario. So how are we going to pick our fun participant today for this?
Well, I think Christina picked the number 3 already. So
okay.
Be fair enough, right?
All right. So Christina, you get to set up the scenario for Sean. Now,
or she can pass it.
Or you can pass it. This is true. You can pass it. And so what this looks like is Sean has had to go from hello to yes on convincing a very conservative New Jersey attorney on why he should go to Burning Man. That was pretty fun. He has had to be President Trump that convinced President Biden to still build the wall. That was pretty intense. So it can be any kind of scenario or a scenario that would support you in business. It could be, going from hello to yes with a judge, whatever it may be, as long as it is in integrity. So we're not selling swampland in the middle of New York City. So is there a scenario that comes to mind for you, Christina, or would you like to pass it?
I'm going to pass it to a business owner who's out there. This is a learning opportunity for me. So I'm going to go ahead and pass it on to Alejandra.
Ooh, okay, Alejandra, who would you like me to be? Because you get to put me on the hot seat.
All right, so I gotta take the hot potato. Let's see.
Well, you're putting me on the hot potato seat. So you just tell me whatever yes. So I'm the one who's got to get achieve the yes. So okay. I'll be anybody you want me to be. It could be I'm an attorney, having clients say yes. I could be all the different, whatever scenario would be a yes.
Okay. All right. So you are an ad exec and you're making a pitch and you are trying to get a new client in your at your agency.
There you go.
Okay.
I'll let you choose what type of client unless you want me to.
No, you could choose it. It's your scenario. And would you be the ad exec I'm presenting to?
Yes.
Okay, amazing. So what kind of company would you like to be owning, Alejandra?
All right. So wait, did I understand the scenario correctly? I am pitching to you or you're pitching to me?
No, I am presenting to you. I'm sharing with you. I need to achieve yes with you. Yeah.
All right. Okay. So I am I'm a soft drink company.
Okay. And do you want to pick the name of that company, or is it like a small brand, a big one?
Let's say I'm Pepsi.
Ooh,
I'm Pepsi. And your agency is no longer working with Coca-Cola, but you had a history working with them.
Ooh, I like this, Alejandra. Okay, ready?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so Alejandra, thank you for giving me this 3 minutes. I understand you're incredibly busy, and there's all kinds of important things that you're doing here with Pepsi and your leadership. And I know that I have an opportunity to create a potential impression and then see if it makes sense to continue the conversation. But either way, thank you for taking time on this Friday to have a conversation with me.
Yes, you're very welcome.
Thank you. So, yeah, thank you. So what I guess is most present for me is I want to speak into your listening and serve you, because this is not about me. It's about serving you, your interests first, and along with Pepsi's, of course. So what is it that keeps you moving here as the executive that you are at Pepsi? What's on your heart? You've had so much success. I see you as a very driven person. I've heard incredible things about you, but what's the mission and the vision for you, and why do you keep going?
Well, we have a long history of, wanting to be and hold a certain place in the marketplace next to, or at the level of our predecessor, which is Coke. So we're always looking for a new creative and new ideas and concepts. And we want to align with an agency that has a vision of growth. So we know your history of working with Coca-Cola and would like to explore your thoughts and creative and see what, how we can align.
Awesome. And and for you, Alejandra, in making that decision, I'm hearing growth, I'm hearing acceleration, but what's the type of person that you like to work with most? Like what resonates for you, and how do you know when you find it?
Somebody that is self-driven, self-motivated, someone that is not afraid to present if they have a creative idea and share that concept. Someone that is confident in themselves and their skill set.
Wonderful. Well, thank you, Alejandra. And in the final minute or so that we have, thank you for sharing it. I hear your professionalism. I hear your clarity. I hear your loyalty. I mean, it feels like you are very present to legacy, tradition, and acceleration for Pepsi. They're blessed to have you. And I'm, again, thankful for this conversation. Would it be okay if I dropped in a little bit on what might be interesting to you?
Yes, absolutely. Please. I'd love to hear it.
Yeah. So here's what I see. I am present to the fact that Coca-Cola has its market share based on traditional dynamics and elements. Frankly, people are like, hey, can I have a Coke? There's such a fun, even with the enormous market share for Pepsi, Coke holds a position with people that are incredibly traditionally minded. And so what I'm present to, and what Pepsi's done a lot historically, is spoken to like the new generation, the newness, and all the things, which is beautiful and wonderful. But what if we could actually begin to lean into Pepsi's extraordinary, fundamental, and foundational traditions to create a disruption, like foundational disruption into the space of Coke's core market share? And I think Pepsi's been around for so long and people don't see it that way, because Pepsi's always told the story to people that it owns a beautiful market share. But I think that in this space, in this time, that Pepsi has a long enough history that it could take those people that are fundamentalists and foundationally rooted and move them to Pepsi based upon Pepsi's history. And me personally, I am driven, I am relentless. My ideas don't really matter a lot. What matters is what we're going to do in the incredible space of bringing in core Coke clients into beautiful focus groups, making it magical, fun, creative, opening the space. And I am absolutely certain if you give us the opportunity, even a beta test, we are, Alejandra, going to blow your mind. And if anything less than that, throw us out. But all I'm requesting is a 1-day beta test to show you the power, creativity, and focus that I and we will bring to bear. And if any of that resonates, I'd love to schedule that. And if not, I understand. So how does that feel for you?
I think that that was a great invite, an intro, and a suggestion. I think that I would, make myself available to listen into what you're pitching, creatively, and how you believe that that'll come to fruition. I think the concept of joining in, and speaking to the history of Pepsi in competition with Coca-Cola, and kind of how soon Pepsi did actually originate, just after Coca-Cola, is a good direction to go.
Yeah, and thank you, Alejandra. The final thing I would share is that we want to integrally capture the hearts of people in identifying with the unbelievable brand that Pepsi is. And so we'll set that up, and I appreciate you and your time. Out of roll. Okay, Alejandra, back to being Sean. How did that feel for you?
So I think that felt great. I thought that felt, all of those touch points and kind of what we were speaking to before about being confident and, believing in what you're speaking and what you're sharing in. So I think that that's very important.
Well, thank you for that very, very much. And I guess, Chris, thank you, Alejandra. And Christina, you passed that scenario to Alejandra. How did that feel for you?
It was actually really nice, like watching it, because I was able to take some notes on like what you guys were doing. But I think the scenario is really great. Like, I think, can I give feedback? Is it my time to give feedback too, or should I?
Oh yeah, how'd that feel for you? Yeah.
I love what you did. I think you kind of blended in both what Frank and Ron did, in the sense that like you had structure, but then you also made it very like friendly and engaging. You kind of like almost watched your time. Like the first thing that really stood out to me was you told her exactly how much time you were gonna like use up for her. You said 3 minutes, and you took 2 minutes to kind of like go back and forth with her and build a relationship. And then you saved that last minute for a pitch, which even actually allowed her, you left her with something to think about, where she opened up and gave you even more feedback and more gems in the moment. And I just thought that was very nice to see.
Oh, well, thank you for that, Christina. And Bellarita, how'd that feel for you?
It was absolutely magical, heart-centered, integrous, and massively value-adding.
Thank you. So let's call Pepsi.
Let's go Pepsi.
Yeah, excellent. So great job, Alejandra, Christina. Thank you. And Ed, welcome back. I know, Ed, you had some challenges in the multiverse. Welcome. And if I may ask you this question, Ed, what's a big yes, like a yes that would be valuable and matter to you in this world? And we talk about everything beginning after yes, whether that's from an ideal client, a fundraising opportunity, something in, contribution, charity, partnership, recruiting. What's a yes that would matter to you in the world?
Are you there, Ed? He's on the screen, but he's not unmuted.
No, Ed's having some challenges. So maybe we'll bounce back to Ed.
Okay.
So listen, I want to thank everybody for being here. We had Ron, Frank, Andrew, Christina, Alejandra, and let's start with Andrew.
Isn't it amazing that he can remember that? Because he's blind, so he can't see anybody's name on the screen, and he always remembers. Absolutely extraordinary.
Well, thank you for that. Wait, what's your name? So Andrew, thank you for being here today, brother. Any friend of Andrew Zapata and business partner of his, a colleague and somebody we're grateful to know and friend of ours. Andrew, how was your time in the railroad with us here today?
Sorry, the last part, I couldn't hear the last part.
How was your time? How was your time with us on the railroad here today?
It was good. I mean, I thought it was definitely something that we could, like a starting point to learn more and discover more on how to, like, the processes and stuff that you introduce to everybody. It's a good way to like get that initial feeling of what you do, because obviously I've never really heard you speak or anything. Well, I heard you at the party, but I didn't hear you, I've never heard you go through like the role playing and stuff like that. So I mean, we do that on some of the calls that I've been on, but of course it's like learning from a blue belt and a black belt. You're the black belt.
Thank you, brother. Yeah, and in complete humility, the power of all this. What are you laughing at, Bill?
I am laughing at Andrew's daughter. I'm assuming that's your daughter. You can see her in the background, and she's like trying to crawl in the room on the floor, but you can see it. So it was really cute.
I love it. And father of 3 daughters myself, brother. So beautiful. So fundraising. Building. I had the privilege of building a 40.
Today I'm going to show you these really cool Discord messages that allow you to show the date as well as how far in advance something is going to be or how long ago a specific time happened. So to start off, you need to go to the first link in the description and you will see a pastebin link. Now each line of this pastebin link corresponds to a different format of time. So the format is on the right and the code for it is on the left. I specifically like relative time, so I'm going to copy this little code in between the angle brackets. You need to include them and paste it into Discord. Now we have a couple of weird numbers.
Thank you.
See you in a couple weeks, for sure.
In a couple weeks, brother. Yeah, thank you. Christina, the wave is in the house. The left coast is present. Thank you for being here. How was your time with us? And thank you for beautifully passing that scenario to Alejandra.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I absolutely love this. I believe in the power of group, group feedback, sitting in the moment, and just sharing ideas. So this just felt really natural, really easy and really comfortable. And I appreciate being a part of this. Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you. Thank you for being here. Alejandra, beautiful job in the scenario. Very articulate. You had a great rhythm to you. Wonderful insight and wisdom. So how was your time with us here today, Alejandra?
Thank you. Likewise. And Cynthia said it. It's been a pleasure, and it's always great to connect, with others of like minds, and seeing how we can grow and expand and our thoughts and come together. We're all in this, right? We're all on here on this rock. So it's great to support each other and promote growth in this way.
Well, thank you, Alejandra. Beautiful job today. Thank you very much. Beautiful feedback. Thank you. And let's go, Ron. I love Ron being a study of the quantum space and his incredible humility and his big move with Richard Branson. So Ron, thank you. Great job today. And how was your time with us on The Real Raw?
A lot of fun. It was enormously valuable. I really didn't know what I was getting myself into.
We hear that every day, Ron.
And just thank you for inviting me and presenting just a really safe space. It just felt like very well, like I was at home.
Beautiful. Well, that's what we seek to do. And we talk about how we create relationships is by creating shared experiences where people feel at home and connected and have a little bit of fun. So Ron, you did a beautiful job. I love the Richard Branson scenario. And thanks for being here.
You're welcome. Thank you.
And for your consciousness and desire to create environmental impact. My daughter is a wildlife ecology major at University of Delaware right now. And warms my heart when we hear people thinking environmental dynamics. So thank you, brother.
Oh, fantastic. Yeah, great.
Thank you. And Frank, thank you for being here. Again, just fun, amazing people. And how was your time with us here today, Frank?
It was great. I really enjoyed meeting you guys and hearing what you guys have to say. I thought that your presentation was very good, as well as Ron's. I thought of, it's a lot of information in this meeting.
Well, thank you. And thank you for what you're doing to protect kids. Because deep on my heart, my great-grandmother was 15 years old when she got married. And her siblings had all been put in foster care after her mother died. And she went and got them one by one out of foster care, and her siblings, and she had a bunch of them that came to live with her and her husband. And that was the foundation of, our family here in America. So, thank you for keeping kids safe and for connecting and opening up possibilities as being a guardian ad litem, Frank.
Thank you.
Thank you. Awesome. Bella Verita, appreciate everything that you do and your heart and all the fun that we have, but seriously, the heart, the love that you bring to this. And what's your final?
Final is, with all of the beautiful heart and integrity here, Tony Robbins said there's nobody that leads with more heart and more integrity than Sean Callaghy. And it is an honor and a privilege to do this show with you as well. And to have the opportunity to drop such magic in people's lives. And so there is a formula. So in the chat is a link that for the team, what we call the 4-12-4. So definitely download that guide and talk to one of our teammates.
Yeah, because we'd love to continue the relationship, because what we're here to do is cause leaders to come together to have much more than 1 + 1 = 2. What if it's like 1 + 1 = 1,000,000,000,000 relationships to make the world an even greater place? So it's all about. Thank you guys. It's been an honor and a privilege. Ed, we look forward to connecting more. I know there's some technical difficulties that were here. Final though, Bella, is our money, time, and/or magic. Whatever kind of like prioritizing next is right there in front of us. But we're all blind
and just learning to see.
So
bye-bye, everyone.
Have a beautiful, fun Friday. Happy
Thank
Halloween.
you.
Thank you.